Hello friends, and welcome to your October TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. I haven't done TarotScopes in a while, not the month ahead ones anyway. I have been sort of trying to figure out, I'm not a marketing guru, and I've been trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work and what everybody's looking for. So I tried a couple of things over September. I actually think I started the month before that. I started playing around with a couple of ideas and trying out different things and seeing what worked for you and seeing what gelled. And it seems like the monthly TarotScopes were really missed. So I decided to bring them back. I tried doing weekly TarotScopes, but a typed up version, a video version. I tried all sorts of things. I've been doing all sorts of experiments behind the scenes. And yeah, it looks like we're going to stick with the norm. So we're going back to our monthly TarotScopes. And I do hope that you are glad to see them, as I am glad to be recording them again. And I do hope that you enjoy, and I do hope that it gives you the guidance, the insight, the motivation and the enthusiasm that you need for the month ahead. So we're looking at the month of October. It is just crazy that we're looking at the month of October. It is like, I don't know where this year has gone. I sort of blinked for a minute and poof, it's gone. Absolutely crazy. I am going into what I call my busy season of the year. October, November, December, January are always the busiest times. And I do try and take a little bit of time off over December as well. And again, just having those thoughts is it's mind-blowing. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. But anyway, we are here to look at the month of October. So what I'm going to be doing, I have written out, I'm going to keep the readings a little bit shorter than usual, just so that it makes it easier for me to get through them all, because otherwise I have to clear like 3 days of my diary, and there's too many people who need their one-on-ones with me to be able to do that. So I'm keeping the readings a little bit shorter. I'm also hoping that it's going to be more relevant. I'm hoping it's going to be more appropriate, relevant, and sort of to the point, because let's be honest, not only am I busy, but you're busy too, and you don't necessarily have, you know, an hour to sit back and watch a video, as much as that would be amazing, but we have to be real. So I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. I'm going to be using 3 decks to do the TarotScopes for the month of October. The tarot deck that I've chosen to use is one of my absolute favorites. This is the Field Tarot. What I love about this deck is the artwork. I find the artwork is beautiful, but I also find that this deck speaks quite a hard truth. You know, it does have all the good feelings and stuff, but it's actually quite to the point. And because I'm looking to do to the point kind of readings, the Field Tarot works well. And anytime I'm doing client readings, I find I'm reaching for this deck more and more often, because it caters to everybody. It caters to everybody's likes and dislikes, and it just, to me, it seems to be pretty amazing. So I'm going to be working with the Field Tarot. The Oracle deck that I'm going to be working with is the Goddess Dream Oracle. Beautiful deck. And I do think it gives me what I need in an oracle deck. I don't need an oracle deck to give me too much information. I need a pretty picture, I need a key phrase and a keyword, and that's all I need. And this particular deck gives us exactly that. So Goddess Dream I'll be working with. And then I am very excited to use this month. I have not used this on my channel before. This deck was created by a beautiful soul, a friend of mine, a local, somebody from the KZN coast of South Africa, and she created this deck called Choosing Positivity. I do have a walkthrough of it on my channel, so if you want more information on it, do go and check that out. But I thought it would be actually quite nice to draw a card from this deck for each sign of the zodiac, to just see, you know, I am such a positivity advocate. I love joy, I love positivity, all of those kind of things. So I thought, let's try it out and see how it works. So I'm not going to babble on for much longer. Friends, you know what you need to do. If you enjoy the video, if you find it useful, helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Gosh, as some people say, smash that subscribe button. Please don't do that. I don't want you breaking any equipment. No phones, no tablets, no computers broken in the process, please. But yes, do please subscribe, hit that notifications bell, so that every time I do release content, you are first to get notified. And the other thing that I'm going to be doing this month is for those members of my motivated and activated tiers on the YouTube channel, they're going to get an extra reading as well. So there's going to be an individual reading for each sign of the zodiac plus a bonus reading for my motivated and activated channel members. So friends, I look forward to seeing you at your zodiac. Aries, hello and welcome. Welcome to October 2022. All right, I have already saved us the trouble. I have already shuffled and laid out the cards that we're going to be working with today. I have not looked at them. This is, I'm getting the first view as you are. Let's turn them over and let's have a look and see what the month of October has in store for you. We're starting with this card over here, and this is the card that's going to define the theme for the month ahead. So the theme for all Aries for the month of October 2022 from the Choosing Positivity card says, step out of your comfort zone and try something new. So Aries, there is exactly your theme for the month. It says at the bottom here that there is nothing better than trying something new to help you grow as a person. Don't let your fears get the better of you. What new things will you try this month that will move you outside of your comfort zone? So very interesting theme indeed for all Aries out there to try something new. And I know Aries, I know you're brave and I know you're courageous and I know you're not afraid of trying something new. But the fact that this has come up as a theme says that there is a reason why you are needing to be pushed to try something new, needing to climb outside of your comfort zone. What I want to do now is look at the month that's gone, the month that is just finished. What was the lesson of that month? What was the overall lesson that you needed to learn during that month? And the card that we have here, Aries, is the card of Judgment. Now, we have this beautiful swan looking at a reflection of itself in the waters. And the reflection is not exactly the same as what the swan is. It is, but there are the ripples. There is a little bit of movement in the water, which makes the swan's appearance look a little bit ragged, a little bit shaggy, a little bit not perfect. You all know the story of the ugly duckling, who turned out to be the most beautiful swan. And it's all about that judgment. And, you know, we have to understand as human beings, judgment is just, I think it's so part of our nature. It's so part of, you know, our just general way of thinking. We've all been so programmed and conditioned to judge ourselves first and foremost, and then to look at other people and to judge them as well. Whether this is right or wrong is a whole nother conversation for another day. But we have to understand that last month, you would have found yourself feeling judged, maybe even doing the judging, but you would have found yourself constantly having to face those kind of situations. So the lesson that you learned last month was about understanding judgment, understanding its place, its purpose, whether you are the one doing the judging or whether you are the one being judged, or both. And I'm actually leaning towards both, that there was a lot of judgment type situations that unfolded for you during the month. So take a minute to think about that and to sort of, you know, connect the dots, if I can put it that way, as to what were these things that unfolded, what were these situations that happened that put you in this position of dealing with learning the lesson of judgment. All right, I'm going to ignore that card. That's going to be our last one that we're going to look at, and I'm going to come to the 3 across the bottom. Aries, we're looking at avoid this, embrace this, and pursue this. Okay, so what to avoid, what to embrace, and what to pursue. Remember, we're looking at the month of October only. So avoid this. And the card that we've drawn here is the Moon card. Now, interesting that so far we've got 2 major arcana cards that have come through for you. Aries, the Moon card is the card of listening to your little inner voice of guidance, but also making sure that you are facing your biggest challenges and your biggest fears. It's about recognizing that sometimes in life you can't hide, and sometimes you have to step forward. And it actually fits in a little bit with the judgment situation here, because last month maybe there was a lot of judgment, and again, whether you were doing it or receiving it or both. Now this month, this is something that you need to avoid. So you need to avoid thinking that everything is negative, that everything is bad, that everything is scary, that everything's complicated. You need to not be judging the situation before you've seen it. With the Moon card, I'm always reminded of children lying in their bed at night. The parents have tucked them in, the lights are off, and they're lying there. They think they hear a noise, or they think they see a shadow, and they think there's a monster under the bed or a monster in the cupboard. And while they're thinking that, the monster becomes bigger and bigger, scarier and scarier, until eventually they scream out and call for parents, who then switch the light on and show them that there is nothing under the bed and nothing in the cupboard. But it's that moment of absolute panic and fear that is the moon card. It's that when we imagine the situation to be something, that it gets bigger and bigger and bigger in our minds. The judgment is saying to you, don't judge the situation until you've turned the lights on and looked. Don't imagine and think that there are crazy things happening until you've seen for yourself whether they are or are not. Okay? So Aries, for you, what you need to avoid is getting caught up in that little voice in your head that's telling you all the bad things that could go wrong and that are going wrong, unless you actually know for a fact that they are happening. All right? What you need to embrace this month, what you need to embrace during the month of October, and we have got another major arcana card, and this time it is the card of the Fool, otherwise known as beginnings. Now, if we look at this particular lady, first of all, how beautiful is her blue hair? I mean, I'm just so jealous, but she's naked. The reason for the nakedness is not out of vanity or not out of anything, not out of judgment either, but it's out of the fact that she is brand new. The fact that she has just emerged as a brand new individual, a brand new person, and she is about to embark on a life that she doesn't know. So she doesn't know what kind of clothes are relevant or appropriate. She also doesn't have the judgment yet of recognizing nakedness, okay? But it is about recognizing or starting again, starting over, taking that first step towards trying something new. Let's just bring that back into it. This is all tying up our fear. We need to avoid our fear of trying something new. We need to embrace our excitement, enthusiasm, and just that feeling of, why not? Let's give it a go. Let's try it out and let's see what it's like. Because remember, your theme, Aries, is to try something new. So this is definitely something to embrace. And it's not, as an example, if you are a big exercise person, it's not about trying a different exercise program. That's not the something new that we're talking about. We're talking about really climbing out of your comfort zone. So if you're the kind of person who enjoys gymming as your form of exercise, maybe go and try, I don't know, mountain climbing, like completely different and separate. Like really, really climb out of your comfort zone and try something new without any preconceived ideas, without any preconceived judgments, and without any preconceived fears either. Just take the chance and try it out, because why not? Why not? Okay. And then our next one that we need to look at is what you should pursue during the month of am I saying the right month? October. All right, Aries. So what should you pursue this month? And we have got another major arcana. I promise you I shuffled. I really promise you I shuffled. You know what, Aries? Immediately this is telling you that the month of October is going to be big. All right. It's not going to be a simple, easy, uncomplicated month. It's actually going to be pretty big. So brace yourself, prepare yourself. But remember, your theme is all about trying something new and climbing out of your comfort zone. So what you need to pursue is your ability to manifest, because that's what this magician is telling you. When I look at, I'm sort of ignoring that one a little bit, because that was the lesson of last month, okay? So it doesn't really factor, although it does have an influence, okay? But when I look at avoid, embrace, and pursue, avoid your fears, avoid your own preconceived judgments and worries and concerns around how things are going to be. Embrace trying things for the first time. Embrace doing things out of your comfort zone that are brand new. And I'm certainly not encouraging you to walk around naked, okay? and with our pursue this, pursue your own dreams, pursue your own ideas, pursue your own needs, wants, and desires, because that's what the magician card is saying to you. So the magician is telling you that you have the ability to manifest, to create, to instigate, to initiate anything that your heart desires. It's up to you to make the changes. It's up to you to make the decisions as to what you're going to try, what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, etc. Okay? Don't leave anything to chance this month, Aries. It's important that you drive the change that you need to see. Remember the theme. It's all about stepping out of your comfort zone. And without fear, and without judgment, let's bring judgment back into it, without judgment, and be enthusiastic, like have no expectations and just trust that it's all going to be okay. But it's more about the experience than it is about the outcome. Okay, so Aries, for you, it's more about the experience than it is about the outcome, but it's definitely a month to push yourself out of your comfort zone as you try new things. We have another tarot card over here, and Aries, this tarot card is just an additional message from Spirit, just anything else that Spirit wanted to add that maybe I haven't thought about. And the card that we have for you there, oh my gosh, I don't believe this actually. Aries, this is quite weird and peculiar, even for me. We have another major arcana card. So out of the 5 cards that I have drawn for you, all 5 of them are major arcana cards. So the likelihood and the chance of that happening is actually quite small and quite remote. So this is definitely saying that the month of October is very, very significant for you. Take note, Aries, okay? Take note. It is very important that you pay a lot of attention, a lot of attention to what is going on in the month. The card of perspective is the card of saying to you, you know, don't take things at face value. Look a little bit deeper, look a little bit further, see everything in proportion with everything else around you, but make sure that you're seeing things not just at the surface level. When it comes to everything that we've said, we're saying to you to avoid feeling and thinking that all things are negative and all things are bad. You need to avoid getting caught up in your thinking, in your head around that. You need to embrace new opportunities, new ideas, new circumstances, new situations, like just climbing out of your comfort zone and trying something new. But when you do look at it, when you choose what this new thing is, it's about stepping beyond, okay? It's about stepping out of your comfort zone. It's about stepping beyond that and actually looking at it from a different perspective. So if you've always thought, I don't want to mountain climb, and I'm just using that as an example, I don't want to mountain climb. Mountain climbing is not for me. Don't judge it until you've tried it, because you actually are better than you think you are, okay? Better than you think you are. All right, Aries, looks like October is going to be quite interesting. We've got 1 card left. And this is an oracle card from the Goddess Dream Oracle. Let's have a look and see the message that we get. It's the card of intuition, card number 20, and it talks about inner wisdom. I am going to say to you that the intuition card and the magician card work so well together. They talk the same language. They have the same message. So this is, again, just a confirmation from Spirit for you, Aries, that going into the next month, let your intuition guide you. Listen to that little voice of reason, as long as that little voice of reason is a positive one and not a negative one, okay? You don't want that little voice of reason to get you all caught up in your panic and in your fear and in your anxiety. Don't allow that to happen for yourself. Intuition is basically saying to you that the month is going to be great. Everything's going to be okay. It's going to be a good time as long as you believe in yourself, believe in your own dreams, your needs, wants, and desires, and give yourself permission to try something new, because I think you will be pleasantly surprised. So let's come back at the end of the month, Aries, and in the comments below, you tell me what you've tried. What did you try that was brand new that you've never done before, and how was it for you? I'd love to hear from you. Take care of yourself during the month of October. Be safe, and as always, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.